Hey everybody, we got a new unit here on JP Dokkan just announced. I went ahead and did some calcs up here for him. We're going to go ahead and watch the animations first though. Let me mute the OST that I have playing real quick so that we can go ahead and watch the new animations that we have here. I have already seen the characters, so this isn't a first look, but this is going to be, this is actually the first time I've seen the animations though, so this is going to be kind of a reaction to that. Let's go ahead and play it. Make sure sound is on. Oh, I have, hang on. This is what happens whenever I listen. Things are complicated around here. I don't have good stuff. Anyway, here we go. Do we have audio? Okay, listen. Sorry, I'm restarting it. I'm sorry. I had too many things muted. Okay, here we go. I've been talking and you guys can't hear me. Oh my god, listen, I run the most scuffed setup here, okay? I refuse to edit, but we're back. And can you guys, is this even, oh, here we go. Okay, sorry, listen. I need a stream deck, but I don't want to pay for it. So anyway, LR Buu. Looks like we've got like an intro in here. This is you guys reacting to my streaming setup. This is you guys. Okay, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't have money. If you want me to stream better, I don't know. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends to subscribe, and then I'll make money one day, and then we'll have like the best setup, or we won't because I'm lazy. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, LR Buu. Looks like we got like an AOE in here. We've got the what do they call this? Like the that's a good frame. What do they call that? Like the zero mortal. What do they? Hang on, listen. We're gonna peek. What do they call that? I forget what they call that attack. Yeah, the assault rain. That's what it is. So we got that attack. We've got his like crazy destroy like Kami's lookout, or I guess now it's Dende's lookout attack. We've got the active skill here. We got like all the nice Buu animations, right? So very exciting. Now, but before we jump into it, my general problem with this unit, just in general, is that he doesn't have big bad bosses, typically. And spoiler, I've already looked, he doesn't have it now. That's generally my issue with this guy. He's got a nice set of links, and he's really he works well with other Buu units, like you would expect. But the best other Buu unit that we have right now is Kid Buu. I mean, you can competently run them as a rotation, but not having big bad bosses up for Kid Buu is really going to hurt Kid Buu. It's not necessarily going to hurt this guy, because this guy is going to be fine. But Kid Buu is going to suffer a little bit because of that, because that's such like an important link for him. Here's all of the information here in 140p. It's actually a little bit better than usual this time, surprisingly. Pretty nice card art. This is actually, was anybody expecting like a different card art for the LR? I don't know, maybe they could have done like a funny card art and had him like staring at the clock, like that might have been funny, but I mean, this is like, this was the Super Buu art that was going to be like an LR, right, for sure. It looks like he does a lot here. Let's go ahead and hop over to the Garesh translations. Shout out to Garesh. Again, you're not watching my video not knowing who this guy is, but if for some reason you're watching my video and you don't know who this guy is, go check him out. Garesh, best guy ever. Anyway, well, maybe, I mean, that's like a bold statement. There's a lot of best guys ever. But Gresh, one of the best guys. Is he going to be offended now that I said he's not? He's not going to watch this. Nobody send him this clip, okay? Keep it a secret. Nobody tell him, okay? Nobody... Gresh, I'm not going to... Anyway, the Majin Buu Saga in Heavenly Events category, Key 4, HP Attacking Defense 150. That sucks. Horrible leader skill. Like, let's get it out of the way. Somebody's going to go, oh, no, horrible, awful, the worst. Actually abysmal. Why? I think at the very least... If they were not going to give him a 200% leader skill, they should have given him 4 key, 170% to stats. Listen, you can't compete with 100% leader skills. You can't. You can't. Literally, you can't. You just can't. You can, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got the 12 key super attack, the Mystic Ball. That's where he's like destroying Kami's Lookout. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage, and greatly lowers defense. Woo! Had to stack that on there. Very important. His quote is... Anyway, we got the 18 key, the Assault Rain, attack and defense up for 1 turn, same attack or same effect right here. Causes mega colossal damage to all enemies, so an AoE, and a medium chance to stun. Now, typically, listen, Dokkan, they do these AoE units, and that's not usually a good thing. But we're gonna go ahead and look at the rest of his kit. Oh, and his quote is, "You fight me." Okay, that's his quote. Anyway, his entrance animation is, "Whoa! No more waiting, we fight." Okay, very intelligible. Passive skill is Terror with a Conscience of 0%. Activates entrance animation once only and gains key 5 and attack and defense 120% for 4 turns from first appearance. Listen, spoiler alert, by the way, because again, I've already done the calcs. They're right here. Oop, sneak peek. Let's just say for these first 4 turns, he's going to be a menace. Attack and defense plus 120% at the start of turn. In addition, so this is just his standard start of turn passive. He gains an additional 30% attack when attacking if HP is 30% or higher. He gains an additional 30% attack when HP is 60% or higher. An additional attack and 30% attack and defense 30% when HP is 90% or higher. So if he's at full HP, like his first turn, he's going to have this, like definitely. I guess this is when attacking though, right? So I think this will be like STR Blue Cow King Goku, I think just comes to mind. So I think if you lose health before he attacks, this may not activate. But I think this should be a multiplicative buff, so that's really good. So already he's going to be at 240% at the start of turn with his intro up, and then you get 30% here when attacking, and then a different 30% here and a 30% here if he additionals. And then you can see here, he has a great chance to guard all attacks. Very good. Guard activated against all attacks if there's a Majin Buu Saga or Fuse Fighter category enemy. Not common at all. I think this applies to 0 of the top 5 bosses in the game at the moment. Very good. Performs an additional attack. There's a high chance to become a super attack during the turn when guard is activated. So this will activate, I don't want to say 70% of the time, but basically 70% of the time you're going to get this. And then all the time against this guy's AGL, you can see from this right here. And Goresh likes to color code things, so STR units. All STR units, he will get the additional super attack. Where did that go? Yeah, perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack when guard is activated. That'll activate against all STR enemies and when guard is activated. So STR Sen Shinron, STR Broly, like that phase of it, not the Metal Cooler Core, the STR phase of Cell Max. So just things like both Cell Max fights have an STR phase. So very powerful ability right there. So that means he can triple super most of the time, which is going to be good. He gets an additional 100% attack for this character's next attack after receiving an attack. So I think, like, theoretically, this should, like, carry over to the next turn. So, like, if you float, like let's say this guy gets hit by an AoE, I think this will carry over because it's not, like, for the turn. As far as I can read here, it's until, like, they perform their next attack. So that's interesting. You can basically, like, always have this up, I think, because you're probably going to be running this guy in slot 1, so he's going to get an attack before he attacks, and he's going to take one after. And I think that, like, after he attacks, I think that'll maybe reproc. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works in-game. But at the very least, you're going to be running this guy in slot 1 most of the time anyway, and he's going to get that 100% attack. So he's going to hit like a freight train. He gets an additional key +1 and defense +20% for each attack received, up to 7 key and 140% defense. So that's going to be another multiplicative buff right there. With each attack received. So I guess, like, in theory, right, by the time his intro wears off, you should have this built up, which will kind of, like, help shore up his defense later on in the fight. So So, I mean, like, he's going to be at very high defensive levels, especially, like, against, like, the Metal Cooler Core. That's a good example. You can usually get, like, all of these attacks in, usually on, like, especially if you get him turn 1, you can for sure be built up going into the Metal Cooler Core. And, so, like, this is probably going to be his best fight, because that boss just attacks more than the others on his first couple of turns. So, this is going to be a good spot to get him fully built up there. The active skill is the Revenge Death Bomber. Conditions are able to be used once 5 or more turns have elapsed in battle and HP is 60% or below. Terrible condition. Anytime where you have a turn mixed with an HP condition, awful. I hate it. I don't even want to, like, this. You're never going to see this. I mean, you'll see it, but you won't. Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not good. Ability massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, recovers 40% HP, and disables enemy action once within the turn. Very powerful ability. Like, I can understand why they gave it such a difficult restriction, whenever it's this powerful. So, his quote here is, "I'll never forgive you, never, never, never." That's his quote, okay? He says it just like that. Links are Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Majin, Infinite Regeneration, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. He shares pretty much every link with the STR Buu, except for the Wall Standing Tall. He loses that for Legendary Power. Categories are Majin Buu Saga. Well, surprise there, right? Heavenly Events, Transformation Boost, Artificial Life Form, Majin Power, Power Absorption, Sworn Enemies, Worldwide Chaos, and Exploding Rage. So, a lot of information there. Let's go ahead and jump into my calcs and take a look. So right up here, this is kind of the best case scenario without support. So we've got his defense up here is 9763. I got that straight from right here. He's an AGL unit, so he gets 5,400 from his hidden potential system, and 2,000 if he's at 55%. A lot of people always ask me for the 55% calcs, so if that's what you are looking for, be sure to check out this column right here. So anyway, that's his defense stat, that's his hidden potential buff. Now, this first calc up here has him on a 170% leader because he actually does not have a 200% leader in-game at the moment. So I just did it on a 170% leader. I figured that was good enough. I mean, this is like what you can see in game at the moment. He does not have a 200% leader at this time, as far as I know. If there's one that I'm forgetting, let me know. But I went ahead and did the calcs down here anyway. So I mean, if you want to spoil yourself, look down here. I'm kind of directing you there anyway, but you know, it is what it is. So 170% leader skill buff, you multiply by 4.4 because it is 170%. And then 170% from the second leader skill, and then you want to do 1 to include this number right here. So that takes that into account. So that gets him up to 66k. This doesn't really mean anything, though. His intro buff will give him 120%, and then he gets an inherent 120% at the start of turn, so that gets him to a total of 240% at the start of turn. So again, we multiply by 3.4, so again, that's 240%, so that's 2.4, plus 1 to include the original number, because, like, right, if you just do, like this, like, 66,717 times 2.4, that just gives you the increase, then you have to add in the original number to get, like, the total for what it will be, like, all included. So if you don't understand any of that, you know, ask me in the comments and I can try to explain it better. So then he gets 140% with 7 attacks received, so I just went ahead and did the maxed out. It's probably unlikely that you're going to have all this stuff together at once, but in the event you do, this guy's going to look insane. So again, that's another multiply by 2.4, so 140%, you know, again, plus 1, which would be 100%. Get you to 544. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. I went ahead and calced them with max links just because generally that's what people like to see. So we have Majin, which gives 15% defense, Metamorphosis, which gives 10% defense, and Infinite Regen, or not, I guess I wrote Infinite Reagan. Well, whatever. Gives 10% for a total of 35%, so that's multiplied by 1.35. Again, same on this side. Above 90% HP, he gets that extra 30% on attack. So that's times 1.3. Then he gets an additional 30% on super attack. So that'll put him up to this. And then for each additional super, he'll get another 372k. So hypothetically, we could do 2 more of these. And we could just add, again, Dokkan rounds down. So take these numbers with a grain of salt. What? Why did you not? There we go. So he could get up to basically 2 million defense without support. You think that's good? Again, that's unrealistic. But it is possible, right? So, excuse me, pretty good, I would say. Now, down here, I kind of did like a low-end scenario. So again, this is like the exact same numbers. We have his defense, hit and potential, 170%, but I dropped out, so this is without the intro. And then, but I still kept all attacks received, so he does have the full 140% here. Because I figure by the time this wears out, most of the time you're going to have this built up. It just depends on the fight. I mean, that's all RNG, right? We have so many units now that want to be hit. Luckily, this Buu really is designed to go in slot 1. Most of the time, right? As long as his guard is active. I mean, his defense is going to be so high these first couple of turns that it's really not going to be a problem, so... and if you get the guard activated, he's untouchable, so... Again, I kept the same links. Now, this is, again, below 90... I wanted to do a low-end scenario, so this is below 90% HP, so he's not getting that additional 30% on super here, but he is still getting it from his super attack effect. So, a much lower scenario. After one super attack, he'll be at 674. But again, if you get the double super, you can do this... plus this times 2. Let me add a parenthesis here, just in case, because I don't know what Google Sheets does. You know, I'm used to Excel, but yeah. So he can still get up to 1,000,000 defense, right? With guard, with like basically nothing active. So I think that's pretty good. 1,000,000 defense with guard and triple supering. Let me know if you guys think that's good. So down here, we have the 200% leader, and I'm just gonna let me just, y'all think that's a good number for defense with guard? 70% chance to guard? You think that's a good number? Triple supers? y'all think that's good? AoE, by the way. Anyways, this is what we got. Again, same like breakdown, except this time we're doing multiply by 5 instead of 4.4 because we get that additional 30% per leader skill. So that's where it goes up by 0.6 because 30% times 2 is 0.6. It's the decimals. So. Again, same scenario. I mean, he looks great. I think this is very good as far as defense goes. These are his best linking partners, though. This is kind of where we run into issues. This guy might be coming up on an EZA soon. Maybe vaguely is coming up on an EZA soon. We don't really know. This guy is very powerful, which he gets good on, like, what, turn 5? So right around the time that this guy is starting to kind of wear off, you can switch over to this guy. And this guy's going to be, like, insane. And you can just kind of have a tandem of those two just shredding the game. This guy sucks. This guy's very good if you somehow get this guy out. But, you know, you really want this guy, right? So, I mean, if you can get this guy, I mean, what links do they share? Can we pull that up? So, yeah, Majin, Metamorphosis. So, really just Majin, Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle. Really just these. Because they're not going to share Wall Standing Tall. I'm comparing it with the STR Buu because they share every link but Wall Standing Tall. So, like, just imagine that this is Legendary Power and then they don't share it. So, just ignore this link. They share the other 4. We can look at Kid Buu. You know, everybody is wanting a new partner for Kid Buu. They do share Majin, Brutal Beatdown, Infinite Regeneration, not the wall. Again, no Wall Standing Tall. Ignore this. And then Fierce Battle. Just that the data download hasn't hit, so I can't actually pull up the... I can't pull up this guy yet. So we're having to pull up this guy because again, they share 6 links. So it's just ignore that. And then basically everyone else after that is fodder. Maybe this guy EZAs within the next 6 months. Maybe. And then the rest of these units literally just suck. Maybe again he EZAs soon. Then we get to Janemba. Hey, I mean, that's pretty good. You share links with Janemba. What does he have? Janemba again with like the best villain link set. Brutal Beatdown. Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle. So they would actually share 5 because they would share Legendary Power as well. So they would share Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I mean, that's like a legitimate rotation, right, for Janemba. You just need a team to run them on. And that's where I was going to kind of show you. I think his best team right now is Gamma 1's team, which is going to be really awkward, but, you know, he is an artificial life form unit. And you can get, I believe Kid Buu is on this guy's 200%, so you can run Kid Buu at kind of full power. And then Gamma, he is an all allies 30% defense support. So I think this is his best team at the moment is Gamma 1's team. So let me know what you guys think about this new LR Buu coming to Dokkan JP. This is not a global. Mostly I cover global content, but I like to cover JP content when it comes out, specifically whenever it's like a hype enough character that like I can do calcs on and actually kind of be excited about it. So Let me know what you guys think about Buu coming. I guess I'll stop here so that you can actually like look at these stats. I guess if I was really nice, I could do this so that you could see them all on screen at the same time and just do like, can I do that? This is a little wonky. Let me adjust it a little bit. There we go. A little bit better, right? And then we can just, well, we'll just leave it like that. So, again, this is 170% leader skill. This is 200% leader skill. These are just kind of the scenarios that I came up with. If you'd like to see them in different scenarios, let me know, and I can calc them. As for now, this is kind of what I'm going to go with. I'm actually going to take a screenshot right after this and throw it on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching. Stick around for more videos coming out this week. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to do something, even though Global's dry as a desert. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys next time.